What's up? What's good? What is happening? And welcome to my live stream. I am the actual King Smith, and this is a crypto video. Today's Monday, July 25th. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about today, let's get the marketing out the way. You can find me streaming across multiple platforms. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch as the actual King Smith, and Twitter at actual King Smith. I'm gonna need for Twitter to allow me to add the at the beginning of my handle over there on Twitter. All right. Now, I also want to give a shout out to members of my YouTube page. Okay, these are people that support the channel. Shout out to the Royal Squad. They know who they are. Okay, and I appreciate them for continuing to donate and support by being a member on my page. Okay. So I'm always looking up cryptocurrency news. Okay. I want to try my best to stay in the front lines of what's going on because that's how I believe that you can gain wealth. Okay. There's all these terms that are being thrown out when it comes to cryptocurrency. You'll hear things like blockchain, you'll hear on chain and off chain, wallets, Ethereum, Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. And you're like, man, what is these terms? Where did they come from? And why should I care? Here's why you should care, okay? I want y'all to think about this. I'm 37 years old. I'm about to be 38 next Thursday. All right. Your boy's getting on up there. I'm starting to feel it too. Take a look at this. Okay. I have three of them total. Don't ask me why I have three cell phones. I'm like Kevin Gates. I got two phones. But if you take a look at um, technology and how technology's advanced, even just over the last 10 years, okay, it's almost actually exactly 10 years ago this year that Facebook had its IPO, its initial public offering, and went public as a publicly traded company. Now they go by Meta, and I think they're trying to stay in front of the next evolution of technology. Okay, not just the internet, but technology in general. I've shared on my channel my Facebook story. When I was taking a look at Facebook and how Facebook was almost on every phone, and almost everybody had a smartphone. Okay, a good majority of people. Back when I wasn't active duty at the time. I was working as a federal employee, and everybody was on Facebook. Okay, Facebook didn't have the Facebook Marketplace. They didn't have Facebook Watch. They didn't have none of the stuff that Facebook has now. Folks go to Facebook for their news. People go to Facebook to send money to other people now. Okay, they go to Facebook to put up content out there. And I saw kind of how Facebook wasn't necessarily MySpace, how it was bigger, how they were improving on what it meant for social media. Okay. People that are as old as me remember MySpace and how MySpace kind of came and went, but it didn't develop, it didn't do anything. Just kind of the same way that you have like almost kind of similar taxi cabs. Okay. If taxi cabs would have came and understood what technology was, somebody, if you would have had like a chief technology officer, which almost all companies do now, they have a chief technology officer. If Yellow Cab had a CTO, there wouldn't really be an Uber the way that it is now. So this is the type of stuff that I'm thinking about. How can I understand the way that technology is evolving and bet my money on the horse that's going to be the more productive horse in the race? Okay. My Facebook story back in 2012, when Facebook was launching its IPO, I had coordinated with my now ex. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. And I was telling her, I said, hey, I think Facebook can gain in value over time. I don't think it'll be MySpace. I was listening to different things that Facebook would put out, talking about their roadmap and things that they had planned on doing. And in that or in their videos and roadmap and things, I'm like, yo, I see this being far reaching. Okay. And I wanted to take and get a $10,000 loan and buy as many shares as I could, which at the time, Facebook was launching with a $40, it was about $43 IPO. So I said, if I could find a brokerage that can let me buy 10,000 shares, I would have gotten about, I forget the amount. You know what? Let's take and do some math now. 10,000 divided by, let's say it was $45. Let's say I would have gotten it at $45. That's 222 shares. If I did my math right, all right, those same 222 shares would be worth about just under 40,000 now. Okay. So a pretty nice little jump. All right. Had I actually listened to what I was telling myself instead of allowing people to talk me out of it, I had everybody talking out of it. Oh, it's going to be the next MySpace. Facebook's not going to do anything. And Facebook has shot up in its market cap by, I can't even imagine. All right. I was actually taking a look at the financials earlier to see what its market cap was 10 years ago and where it's at now. And it's had a ridiculous growth. Okay. So when I'm thinking about technologies and what's next, what's the next thing that's coming along? What's something that I can get in early, that I can invest in, that I can see some pretty nice returns if I'm just consistent in my investment in it? And one of them, Shiba. The Shiba Inu meme currency is no longer, I think, in meme category. I believe what Shiba is looking at doing in the decentralization space is going to be something that I don't think people can fully realize and understand its value if they're able to invest and get in early. Okay. So I'm going to share this video here by a content creator, Crypto Casey. Crypto Casey has a large following, 374,000 subscribers. Okay. And if you look at her analytics, this video that just came out, 2 days ago, okay, where she talked about things that you could do to get into a power position for the upcoming Web3 revolution. All right. So I'm going to play parts of her video. Okay. Hey, Crypto Casey, fair use. All right. I'm not going to sit here and play your whole video like it's mine, but I am going to play parts of your video here and then give some commentary as to why I think your layout and my thoughts about this is why I'm hardcore into Shiba. Okay. So let me make sure I bring up my notes here. All right. So let's play this first clip.
Along the way, 99% of all the tech startups from the 90s failed, and the small 1%, like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, prevailed. This is extremely similar to where we are in the crypto markets. Tons of projects have raised money despite not generating revenue, having no assets, having no viable products or services.
All right, so if y'all heard that, she said tons of projects have raised money despite not generating revenue, having no assets, and having no viable products or services. Where is there something out there currently now that fits that category? In my opinion, Shiba hits that category. Okay, they have partnerships, as they call it, or partnerships, or with a fast food company right now, Welly's. Okay, I think this is just the introduction of what a partnership like that can attain if you are a cryptocurrency investor, where you show or you have your proof of ownership on the blockchain, okay, and you can earn money or earn revenue by having that proof of ownership that's sitting on the blockchain. Crypto Casey is also going to talk about how everything will be done on the blockchain, and that's a bold statement, but she gives some examples of what she means by that. And the way that I think about it, I don't think she's far off. I think this is why governments, okay, are looking into cryptocurrencies. I think it's why big companies that want to reduce expenses, okay, are going to find ways that they can have verification of things without it costing so much. For example, if I wanted to send money, let's say, I'm just going to say Walmart to Walmart because it's something that I've done in the past and I don't recommend doing because it takes so much to do. If you want to send let's say like $100, if I want to send $100 to you, a viewer, and I wanted to do it Walmart to Walmart, even if we're using the same fiat currency like the US dollar, okay, it costs me, I want to say it's either $4 or $8. They have a tiered service on how much it costs. So I give Walmart, let me go back on my example. Let's say if I want to send you $50 and Walmart says, all right, we're going to charge you $4 to send it 50. Okay. So I am now have a third party and I'm paying them $4 for them to verify that I gave them $50 and that the transaction or ledger can balance out and you can receive $50 from a different Walmart someplace else. Okay. I give that example because in the near future, all right, you have things like PayPal, you have Venmo, you have Cash App, all right, and it's free for me to be able to send you money right now. Not necessarily free to cash out, but that's a whole other video for a different, conversation. Well, if I have a wallet, okay, which gives me the custodial keys to say that I have ownership of some type of asset or some type of cryptocurrency or some type of non-fungible token, and I want to send you something of the same value. Let's say it's $50 in USD Tether, okay? That's a cryptocurrency pegged to the US dollar. I can cut out the middleman like Walmart and just be able to send you that money almost kind of instantaneous. All right, there's technologies that are trying to make the transactions faster, safer, and cheaper. Okay, but we do that on, in this example, the Ethereum blockchain. Shiba is looking at creating a what's called a layer 2 solution called Shibarium, which is another layer. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to put this. It's a layer on top of Ethereum, okay, that works off the chain, that verifies and does all the transactions, and then puts it back on the chain so that it can be verified. If that makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't, I might have explained it horribly, and that's on me. But Shiba, when it comes to what it's doing on the blockchain, what it's trying to provide worldwide, how it's hitting the gaming market, how it's gotten into the fast food sector, and whatever else the decentralized world of Shiba decides to do, I want to be there for it. Okay, I want to be there for it. All right. Now, one of the other things that Crypto Casey talked about was Web3 and why it matters. All right. So, what is Web3? Okay. Somebody on Twitter defined Web 1, which is the birth of the internet, that it was about open protocols that were decentralized and community governed. All right. But you could only contribute essentially. Or you can primarily just read what was put out there. Web 2, which came about around 2005 to where we're at kind of now, was about siloed, centralized services run by corporations. Most of the value accrued to a handful of companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, and Facebook. Okay. What they're trying to do with this term Web3, all right, which was coined by somebody on Twitter, PackyM, is it combines the decentralized community governed ethos of Web 1 with the functionality of Web 2, but it gives the ownership, excuse me, to the builders and users of the internet. Okay. So I, King Smith, can provide some type of value to you, okay, and I can orchestrate that exchange of value through some type of token, okay, where Amazon doesn't, get the money. Yes, I have to give Amazon credit for building the system. Don't get me wrong. They deserve to be rewarded for the building of what they did. Okay. But if I can take more ownership and earn revenue for the value that I provide myself, I am all for that. All right. I am all for that. Okay. So there was another point in here that Crypto Casey talked about, and I'm just going to fast forward to that part of the video. All right, so let's go here, and then let's hit play.
Into Web3. Everything in the future will be on the blockchain in the form of NFTs. Money, airline tickets, concert tickets, college degrees, certifications, licenses, birth certificates, marriage certificates, legal contracts, memberships, rewards cards, access to places and events, supply chain information, credit history, school grades, adoption records, real estate deeds, car titles, passports. Why? Because blockchain, digital assets, and NFTs are not about JPEGs of apes. It's about technology and its future relationship with consumer behavior.
All right. Did y'all hear that? It's about technology and its future relationship with consumer behavior. Okay. Think about what Facebook is doing, which is why, look, I own shares of Facebook. Okay. Not the many of shares that I wish that I had gotten into when its IPO came out, but I started looking into how Facebook analyze data and use that data to build products for its applications. Okay. Facebook has Facebook Pay. You can send money and receive money with Facebook Pay. Okay. Facebook has a marketplace. You can buy and sell items to people on the Facebook marketplace, just like how you can with Craigslist or Amazon. And you can also pay people through that marketplace. Okay. Facebook has Facebook dating. Okay. Where you can meet other users that are interested in dating. There's groups. Okay. Where people have like minded, hobbies or whatnot that they want to use to get together and meet other like minded people in their area. Man, Facebook, let's see, groups, marketplace, Facebook Pay. There's so many different things that Facebook offers. And I saw that early on. I saw them using data to build these different products based off of its users. And Mark Zuckerberg is rich because of it. Okay. You can say what you want to say about the beginning and the development of it and who were the early people and if they got screwed or not. I'm talking about what Mr. Zuckerberg's done himself to capitalize on data and its users and consumer behavior and is making hand over fist in money with that knowledge. Okay. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out what I can get into now. Okay. What's that early thing that I can hitch my wagon to that can help me get that Mark Zuckerberg type money? I'm not going to get Mark Zuckerberg type money unless I hit this Mega Millions tomorrow. Okay. Let me just say that. But is it possible to attain wealth that I would have, it would have taken me a longer time unless I came up with some type of product that people wanted that I can, earn revenue off of? It's possible. I'm not impossible. I know what those odds are, but invested in Shiba in its ecosystem, okay, which I have Shiba, I have a little bit of Leash, I have a little bit of Bone. Okay, there's this other token that's going to come out called Treat. They haven't fully said how Treat is going to be involved yet, or how you earn it, or what its value is going to be. There's the stable coin that's coming out called SHI. Okay, she was getting into the metaverse, the games, and who knows what else. Okay. Crypto Casey talked about real estate, movie tickets, how all of this stuff is going to be, used on the blockchain. Transactions are going to be verified on the blockchain. When you hear the word blockchain, just think about a ledger. like a physical ledger where if I had this can right here, okay, and I wanted to sell you this can, and I said it's going to cost you 50 cents, okay, for this can. I open up my ledger, I document that I gave you this can and received 50 cents for it. That is a transaction, okay? All the blockchain is an online transaction. And one of the first, let me see, Ethereum is one of the more popular blockchains that are out for a lot of different reasons, which I can't go into because I don't know how to explain it technically. But what I can say is that what she was doing on the Ethereum blockchain to me is revolutionary. And I think that people that realize that and invest into it and get behind it are going to pay off. Like one person who I know is a multi-millionaire because he saw this early and put himself into a position to get as much Shiba as he could, and it is now paying off for him. We're going to end this video by taking a look at what the cryptocurrency market's at right now. It's done lost a lot. It's done lost. Is that right? It has lost a lot of market value here over the last 24 hours. Okay. There was a little rally, and people thought, hey, we're going to get past this. Maybe we're out of the crypto winter. And I said, not so fast. The reason why is in the US, the CPI for this upcoming quarter is going to come out this week, right? And if the CPI is negative, we would have had two negative consecutive quarters, which by definition puts us in a recession. Okay. I think a lot of consumers, remember, I talked about consumer behavior. That's you, that's me, that's how people look at the economy and decide what they're going to do, what they're going to spend their money on, what they're going to save, what they're going to invest. Okay, having an idea of what that means. If it's announced that we are in a recession because the CPI has had two consecutive negative quarters, all right, that's the consumer price index. I think we're going to see Bitcoin drop. We're going to see Ethereum drop. All right. And then when these two moves, because look, they're almost 40% of the market share, and this is almost 17% of the market share. When these two drop, all other cryptocurrencies drop with it. That's just a fact. Okay. Bitcoin moves up, almost all moves up as well. Not all, but almost all. Bitcoin drops, almost all drops as well. Okay. But when you take a look at and say that the global market cap is $1 trillion, at one point a couple of months ago, or a little bit over a couple of months ago, the global market cap for cryptocurrency was almost $4 trillion. We're going to, in my opinion, get back there. Betting your horse on which one thrives, like the Amazons, like the Googles, like the Microsofts, that's the tricky part, okay? Especially when Crypto Casey in her video said 99% of internet startups failed in the early .com boom, but those that survived were rewarded handsomely for surviving, okay? So, look, I don't know how Dogecoin has managed to survive. I'd like to say that Elon has a big hand in that, and Dogecoin might be one of the ones that survives this crypto winter. Binance is likely going to survive the crypto winter as it's one of the largest cryptocurrency markets out there, both decentralized and centralized. Actually, I don't know if Binance, yeah, both decentralized and centralized. All right. Ethereum and Bitcoin going to survive. Shiba going to survive. Matic, eh, eh. FTX, I think it's also going to survive because of how they're trying to stay ahead of regulations, upcoming impending regulations. Impending. Let's try that again. impending regulations in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, Chronos, same thing. Chronos is sliding. Chronos is sliding. Okay, I don't know why Chronos is sliding, but it's sitting at around a 3 billion market cap right now with a lot of the things that it's trying to do in the DeFi space and the centralized space as well. I didn't think I'd see Chronos or the CRO cryptocurrency sitting outside of the top 20. That's a bit of a surprise, especially with all of the marketing dollars that they've decided to put into cryptocurrency space, investing in teams, investing in arenas, okay, and things like that. And then where's XRP at? XRP is a little bit different, okay. I'm not going to go into the why now, but XRP is one of those that I see Shiba flipping a lot of these, except for maybe the stable coins. I'm not sure which stable coin isn't going to survive, but I don't think Tether and the USD coin is going to be able to. Actually, they will. Whichever one closely hitches to, I think, US government policies is going to be the top dog, if you will. All right. And then Shiba's going to flip and jump up here. And XRP is going to be kind of right behind him. Okay. I think what Ripple's been able to do and stay at right around this, 16 billion right now. This is current market price. All right. Current market cap is sitting to where they're seventh by market cap. Think about that. Okay. Think about, if you understand what XRP does, it's a little bit different than other cryptocurrencies. Okay. If they're able to come out of this SEC case unscathed, Ripple might shoot up. At the height of at the height of XRP's all-time high, it was $3.40. Okay. Down 90% from where it is right now. Okay. About 8 years ago, it was under a penny. And in over 8 years, you've seen a 12,000% growth. If you want to know what that equates to, if you would have taken $100 to do quick math, just move two decimal places over. So if you were able to acquire $100 worth of XRP at its all-time low, it would be worth about $12,300 8 years later. Okay. That's insane. I think Shiba, you can say the same thing about. I don't even want to show y'all Shiba's chart. Somebody who I know that's a multimillionaire is a multimillionaire because of this rate here. That is 18 million% growth over now of its all-time low. Okay. And that was fairly on. The person who I know didn't get into it at this price. They got into it just a little bit above, where this 5 was like an 8. Okay. But this is why this person is, every time I see their Instagram, they are flying from country to country. It's now that things are open and they are living life, and I am all for that. That is what I want. Shiba right now is several pennies behind a cent. I'm curious what Shiba's going to do with if the value of Shiba can raise that high with there being a fifth cryptocurrency in the Shiba ecosystem. Okay, you've got Shiba, Leash, Bone, Treat, and She. Okay, so that's like 5 cryptocurrencies. What is going to be, how can Shiba gain in value is what I'm kind of curious about. But with its upcoming metaverse and things that they might have on the hush hush, I want to be here for it. Okay. So shout out to Crypto Casey for her video that she put out today, it got me to thinking about things that I can do to position myself to where I can bet my horse and bet correctly. And in her video, which I included in a link in the description, at about the 6 minute mark, 6 minutes and 43 seconds, she has a video that she had done previously where it's titled Recommended Steps to Financial Freedom. When I end this stream, I'm going to go check that video out. Okay. It's like, it's a card that you can click on that can take you to, it can take you directly to that video. Man, hope y'all didn't see that. All right. Plan on going to go check out that video and see what her recommended steps are. Your boy's trying to retire in the next 6 years. I think cryptocurrency can help with that. All right. So I have things that I need to do, pay off debt. Okay. Work my ass off, try to establish things and build assets that can, generate revenue in the long term, and understanding Web3, using myself as my brand, and being early adopters and users into cryptocurrency, I think is how I can achieve that. That's my plan. If I'm wrong, hey, y'all can watch my videos and follow my journey into why I was wrong. But if I'm right, okay, if I do this thing and it works out for me, don't say I didn't tell you. That's my video for today. I think I'll be on a little bit later tonight as I game with the homies. I'm about to go check on my kid, see how she's doing. All right. Until next time, y'all know what to do.